Here, the Misophonia therapist, and today's question is, how can I explain what misophonia is to other people who probably have no idea what it is in a simple way? So when I tell people that I work with a condition called misophonia, they often just stare at me quite blankly. And I do find the best way to explain it is to keep it simple. So what I tend to say is it is a condition where people experience extreme emotional reactions, predominantly anger, rage, or disgust, toward common everyday sounds. So it's not necessarily the kind of noise that most people might find irritating or bothersome, right? Rather like the neighbours having a party, or people having an argument out on the street, or building noise when we're trying to work from home. Most people probably would find those sounds to be annoying. The key difference with misophonia is that the kind of noise that triggers you is not what other people would necessarily be bothered by or even take any notice of. It's not necessarily how loud it is, it's the type of noise, and also the way it makes people with misophonia feel is not annoyance or irritation. It is blind rage. It's so extreme that it's really, really difficult to get people to understand the severity of the reaction. And how on earth can you explain this to new friends, a new partner, people you work with, your manager, or somebody who is triggering you right now, and you really need to ask them to stop without having to go into a lengthy explanation or justification? It could be something along these lines. I have a condition which makes me process certain sounds differently. And you can state what your trigger is. When I hear these noises, I feel extremely uncomfortable and distressed, and it's not something I am able to control. And if I hear you making these noises, I might need to ask you to stop, or I might need to leave the room or pop on a pair of earphones. And please remember, it is not personal. It's not you. It's the result of my condition. Keep it super simple. And remember to say, the noise makes me feel rather than you make me feel. And try to avoid using words like disgust if you can, because it's quite emotive. And if you're asked more about the condition, why not take the opportunity to send them a link to a good website that explains more about misophonia. Personally, I quite like the Misophonia Institute or Misophonia UK. And remember, you do not have to justify yourself. It's a bit like telling somebody you have autism or ADHD or even a mental health condition like depression. Just a brief explanation about what it is, how it affects you, how they might avoid triggering you, and what you need to do if this happens. So I hope that you have found this helpful. And if you have any questions, just let me know, because I do appreciate that it can be hard getting the message across. Bye for now.